Imagine if a huge crowd of people showed up at your house and suddenly you realized that you needed to feed them. That's exactly the situation that Jesus was confronted with in John chapter 6. In fact, we learn before the chapter is over that he will feed over 5,000 people. But early in the chapter, in verse 5, we learn that Jesus observes the gathering of all these people. In fact, verse 5 tells us, then Jesus lifted his eyes and seeing a great multitude coming toward him, he said, Philip, where shall we buy bread that these may eat? The next verse is what really intrigues us because Jesus, we learn his motivation for asking that question to Philip because it tells us, but this he said to test him because he himself knew what he would do. Jesus knew he could take care of this situation, but Philip didn't know that. And so Jesus asked him a question, and Jesus' motivation for asking the question was to test him. We usually don't like the word test. We don't like it in school. We don't like it in the medical realm of our lives. We simply don't like the word test. It has such a negative meaning and connotation to our lives, and that's because usually the reason we don't like the word test and we don't like a test is because it shows us what we don't know. But don't be discouraged by that. Rather, be motivated to learn more completely what you ought to know. I need to learn more completely what I need to know when I'm tested and it shows a deficiency on my part. Philip had something in his life, and the disciples of Jesus had something in their lives that they didn't know about Jesus and that he wanted them to know, so he tested them. The word test means to examine, to scrutinize, to discipline. It's a training. And sometimes tests are not easy. Sometimes tests are hard. But again, don't be discouraged by that. Be motivated to learn more completely. I'm glad that engineers test cars and bridges and building materials before I have to drive the car across a bridge, because the purpose of the test is not to destroy the bridge, not to destroy the car. It's to enhance it, to make it better. And Jesus was trying to enhance the faith of Philip, to make it better. And so when you and I are tested, when our faith is tested, when circumstances are such that our faith finds itself, I don't know, then let's use that as an opportunity to grow. Let's use that as an opportunity to motivate ourselves to learn more completely.